Picture this. A lonely Swedish programmer sits in his small Stockholm apartment, coding late into the night after another soul-crushing day at his office job. He's 29 years old. He's already failed at multiple game projects. His bank account is nearly empty. He's wondering if he should just give up on his dream of making games. Then he has an idea. What if you could build anything you wanted in a digital world made of blocks? No rules, no objectives, just pure creativity. That idea became Minecraft, the best-selling video game of all time, with over 300 million copies sold. And that struggling programmer became Marcus Persson, who 5 years later would sell his creation to Microsoft for $2.5 billion. This is the untold journey of how a depressed Swedish coder turned his bedroom hobby into a global phenomenon that changed gaming forever. Marcus Persson was born on June 1st, 1979, in Stockholm, Sweden. His childhood was far from privileged. His parents divorced when he was young, and he was raised primarily by his mother in a working-class neighborhood. Money was always tight. Escape came through computers. At age 7, Marcus got his first computer, a Commodore 128. While other kids played outside, he taught himself to code. By 8 years old, he had created his first text-based adventure game. Programming became his refuge from a difficult home life. After high school, Marcus took whatever programming jobs he could find. He worked at King.com, the company that would later create Candy Crush, doing mundane back-end coding. It wasn't glamorous. The pay was mediocre, the work was boring, but it was stable. Every night after work, exhausted and uninspired, Marcus would come home and code his own games. He created simple browser games and experimental prototypes that nobody played. He released them for free online, hoping someone would notice. Most got zero attention. By his late 20s, Marcus had tried and failed at multiple game projects. He worked on Rubydung, a building game that went nowhere. He created Legend of the Chambered, a dungeon crawler that a few hundred people played. Nothing stuck. Nothing made money. In 2009, at 29 years old, Marcus Persson was burned out, broke, and on the verge of giving up. He was still working full-time at a job he hated, still living in a modest apartment. Depression crept in. What was the point? Then in May 2009, Marcus discovered Infiniminer, a simple game where players mined blocks and built structures. The game was buggy and abandoned, but something about it captivated Marcus. An idea ignited. What if he combined building mechanics with survival elements? What if the world was infinite and procedurally generated? On May 10th, 2009, during a single weekend, Marcus coded the first prototype of what he called Cave Game. It was crude, but when he tested it, something magical happened. It was genuinely fun. He shared it on indie game forums. A few people downloaded it. They liked it. They wanted more. He renamed it Minecraft. Here's where the grind began. Marcus was still working full-time. He couldn't afford to quit, so he adopted a brutal schedule. Work his day job until 5 p.m, come home, then code Minecraft until 2 or 3 a.m, sleep for a few hours. Repeat every single day. In June 2009, Marcus released the first public alpha for €5. It was a risk. Why would anyone pay for an unfinished game? To his shock, people bought it. Word spread on forums. YouTubers discovered it and started making videos. Sales increased. 10 copies a day became 50. 50 became 100. By September 2009, Minecraft was generating enough revenue that Marcus faced a terrifying decision: quit his stable job or play it safe. He chose the leap. In September 2009, Marcus Persson quit King.com to work on Minecraft full-time. His colleagues thought he was insane. What happened next was unprecedented. Minecraft didn't just grow, it exploded. By December 2010, Minecraft had sold over 800,000 copies during beta alone. This was before any marketing, purely through word of mouth and YouTube. The genius of Minecraft was its simplicity and infinite possibility. Kids loved building castles, Adults created complex contraptions. Teachers used it in classrooms. It transcended age, culture, and gaming experience. Marcus became an overnight celebrity in the gaming world. In 2010, he founded Mojang, a proper game studio. By 2011, Minecraft had sold over 4 million copies. By 2012, over 10 million. The numbers were staggering, but success came with problems. Players demanded constant updates. The community felt demanding. Mojang was growing fast. Marcus, who just wanted to make games, found himself managing a company. The creative joy that fueled those early nights was fading. By 2014, Marcus was burned out again, but this time for different reasons. Then came the offer that would change everything. In September 2014, Microsoft approached Mojang with an acquisition offer, $2.5 billion. On September 15, 2014, the deal closed. Marcus's personal share, approximately $1.8 billion. At 35 years old, the struggling programmer who 5 years earlier was coding in his bedroom had become a billionaire. So what happened after Marcus became a billionaire? He bought a $70 million mansion in Beverly Hills. He threw lavish parties. He traveled the world. He had everything money could buy. And yet, in one of the most famous tweets in tech history, Marcus wrote, "Hanging out in Ibiza with a bunch of friends and partying with famous people, able to do whatever I want, and I've never felt more isolated, alone, and depressed in my life." The struggle that defined his 20s had given his life purpose. Success removed that struggle, and with it, the sense of meaning. But here's what often gets lost. His journey represents something profound. Marcus failed for over a decade. He created countless games nobody played. He dealt with depression and self-doubt. Most people would have quit, but he didn't. Today, Minecraft has sold over 300 million copies, the best-selling video game of all time. It's played by over 170 million people monthly. It's used in schools worldwide. Marcus no longer works on Minecraft, but his legacy is permanent. He proved that one person, working alone in a bedroom, could create something that changes the world. Marcus Persson's story shows us something powerful. Every failure was just preparation for his breakthrough. While others chose comfort, he coded until 3 a.m. every night, sacrificing everything for a dream that seemed impossible. And here's what might surprise you. Even after making $2.5 billion and buying a $70 million mansion, he discovered that money alone doesn't bring fulfillment. Purpose and passion matter more than wealth. But the most inspiring part, at 29, he was ready to quit. At 35, he was a billionaire. The only difference was trying one more time. From a cramped Stockholm apartment to the best-selling game in history, Marcus proved that where you start doesn't determine where you finish. Your refusal to quit does. What do you think about Marcus's transformation from failure to billions? Which part of his story resonated with you most? Let me know in the comments below.